Hello. It's recording. How about that? Well, hello everyone. Welcome. I'm going to be talking about ACC 214 Managerial Cost Analysis and Applications during this video. I'm going to do a little tour of the website that I have going on for the class that I'm teaching this semester. Okay. And here we go. Let's get right into it. So this is an introduction to ACC 214, Section 4, Managerial Cost Analysis. I teach on Mondays and Wednesdays in the Frey building, and I have to tell you, it's one of the best rooms, but don't tell too many people. It's upstairs in 305. That the technology is fantastic. It's really nice. So we'll come down and visit sometime. So what I'm going to do is just take a run through the course. So I'm a big fan of TOCs, Table of Contents. And so that's one of the tabs right here. And so it kind of just gives an overview of what's included in the class. And so the first step would be to go to the Wiley Plus class resources. And in this area, it has some of the resources that are needed for the class. The first one being the textbook. And if you launch it, you'll have, after you sign up for Wiley, you'll have access to the textbook. I highly recommend this book. It is a great accounting book, and we're going to get to see what that looks like in a minute. But I just want to talk about this for a little bit. If you have any trouble with Wiley, let me go back. They have a hotline that you can call, and it's important that you get set up. Your tools are very important. So there's a help site, and if you have any trouble accessing it, you could go to one of the help sites, or come see me, and I'll see what I can do to help you. And here's some directions. If you open this up, you'll see there's directions to start access. And in your browser settings are important, so please pay attention to that. And we'll go over that in class later on. It's important to have your browser settings so that the quizzes and the tests work fine, and so there's no interruptions when that happens. So I'm going to take you to another view. I mean, you can go through the table of contents and scoot down and see what's included. Check homework number 1. I include a homework, a PowerPoint, and I usually have a video. So sometimes I show them in class, but I find that we have a lot to do in class. So try to be mindful to take a look in here, and you can watch the videos more than once. They're kind of entertaining. Even if you put it on and do something else, they have very informative information. It's very practical. And the PowerPoint you can use to follow along in the lectures, and then the homework is always posted in the module. And I have it set up. Everything is under content. And so the first thing is the syllabus. So we're going to go over that in the first class. You would open that up. And so chapter 1, we have chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. And in the test review, there's a test review, chapter 1 through 4, and that's the external learning tool. So this external learning tool will take you to Wiley Plus, where it's an interactive tool where you will get a question, and then they'll keep asking you more questions. So if you want more practice, then that's very helpful. I also prepared a very nice test review for you, which summarizes the chapters and the formulas that you'll need to know for the exam. And we'll also go over this in class before the test. I offer a very thorough test review to get you prepared and to build confidence, so when you do have the test, you go in and you kind of enjoy taking the test. So that's my goal, so that we put a different spin on it. Let's get psyched to take tests. Let's have some fun with it because you're so prepared. So the first exam is going to be on chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then there's a test review, and then we have 5, 16, 9, and 6, and 10, and then there's another test review, and that'll be the same thing. There'll be the interactive test review, and then I'll also post my own summary test review for you. I have some Power BI folder there. If you wanted to fool around with some Power BI, I'll be happy to help you. It's, if you don't know about it, it's it's like powerful Excel, and I use it at Brookhaven Lab where I work right now, and we just created a process that saves 35 hours a month for one department, and now we're deploying it through the lab. So it's very exciting. It's, Tableau and Power BI, top that with artificial intelligence, and there's going to be, the data analysis is going to be incredible. I also have a Zoom link on the bottom. So if you need an appointment, this is where you would go. First, you would, just email me, and I'm happy to meet outside of class, at a time that's convenient for both of us. And also I have office hours, which are posted in the syllabus on Mondays and Wednesdays, from 7:50 to 8:30. But happy to meet with you anytime. I know there's some commuters and you can't make that time, but I'm happy to meet with you at any time. And so what I found, especially now, because I work in managerial accounting, I found that talking things out is very helpful. So I'll go into a meeting and think that I know everything, or I'll come out of a meeting and feel like I know it, but my colleagues will then, call me and say, did you get this? And sometimes I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing. And so just by talking about it, I thought I knew it. And just by talking about it, I learned how to see it from their viewpoint. And that's so helpful to me, that I really get a solid knowledge of the concepts. And I like that. I like to talk about, uh, I like to talk about accounting a lot, and I'm lucky I get to do that for work. So there's a lot of talking at my current job. So what can you expect from this class? You can expect lectures every week, and we're going to follow the syllabus, which is posted in here. You can expect the PowerPoints to be posted. You could expect a video to be posted. You could expect the test review interactive. You could expect a test review that I offer in class and I'll post for you. And at the end of the class, for the final review, I do a test review, and in addition, I'll prepare a bingo game, which has the key accounting concepts on it for the whole semester. And some of you might say, oh, bingo, I might be too old for that. Bingo, in my opinion, is for absolutely all ages. When my kids were younger, I did bingo with them in class in kindergarten, first grade. During COVID, I sent bingo up to my daughter in college, and I did a remote bingo. And what really got me interested in bingo was my colleague here at Stony Brook University. She played bingo a lot, and she was older. And it's just a simple game. Let's keep it simple, just like in accounting. Just keep it simple, and it's just fun. So hopefully you'll join me for that. And if nothing else, you could treat it like a test review, and there'll be all the vocabulary that you need that's included on the exam on the bingo game, and I'll offer prizes. So I do hope that you do join me for that game. So this is basically overview of the class. Now in class, we'll be going over different accounting topics, different managerial accounting topics, and like with any class, we start off with some basics, and then it'll get a little bit harder. So I would have to say, as far as difficulty, the first couple of chapters may be the most difficult, just learning the jargon, just learning how the rhythm of the class, just learning how some of the problems work, just like thinking about things. And I like to show things in different ways. I am a book smart person, but managerial accounting is need a lot of street smarts with that. And so I'm lucky I have colleagues that are good street smart, and maybe not so much book smart. And so when we talk about accounting, and we talk a lot about accounting, I get a chance to see it from their perspective, and that deepens my understanding. So I encourage to do some group problems. So I will stop the class a little bit and have a problem when you come into class. I'll try to have, I'm early, and we seem to be, we should have a little time before class starts. I'll have a problem posted. So, come in, you know, get settled in, and start that problem from a previous chapter, and then, we'll go over it again in class, and we'll talk about it. And I try to show the income statement, the balance sheet. I try to show the financials as much as possible, just to learn how to like talk about them, talk about the assets, talk about the formatting, talk about the the title. And for the accountants in the class, the CPA candidates, we'll touch base on just how to close, like what a simple close looks like. You close out the revenue and expenses up into the balance sheet, and that's where everything stays in the balance sheet. And for those of you who aren't accountants, don't want to be accountants or marketing majors or whatever, we'll simplify it, and I'll streamline what you need to know about the assets, and we'll break it out into the current assets, into the long-term assets, and we'll have some fun doing that and talking about it. I encourage questions. I love questions. There's so much value in questions. And so recently I took the project management class, and I like to ask a lot of questions. So I have a lot of patience with answering questions. So I do hope that you feel comfortable asking questions. But I was taking the project management class, and I asked a question, and I wasn't sure if I should ask it, but I did. And I was with my colleagues, and I was a little uncomfortable. And then somebody after class said, "I'm so glad you asked that, because I had the same question." So if you have a question, most likely one of your colleagues are going to have the same question. So please, feel free. And if you're not comfortable, um, send me an email. I'll take a look at it. Or I'm here after class. So please come talk to me about it. Talk to your colleagues about it if you're not comfortable. But just keep talking about it, because it'll the more you talk about accounting and practice it, the deeper your understanding will be. And so the job market can be tough. And so one thing you can say is that in the class, and we're going to learn about budgets in class. You could say, "Oh, I'm learning about budgets." That's a key word. So if you're going for an accounting job, that could be favorable. Um, so that's pretty much it. The class is broken out into 3 exams. So those were the first 2, and then the final exam uh, is cumulative, and it includes the everything from all of the chapters. But well, I'll have a good review, and I'll try to focus, keep you focused on things that you need to know, and then I'll also add in things that are good to know. I want to make sure that everybody is learning in the class, and there's such a big range of knowledge uh, that can be shared amongst us, and there's such that the class can be taught. I teach it down the middle. So for those of you who don't know accounting at all, who haven't taken an accounting class, you can keep up. You're going to be fine. And if you're falling behind, you come see me, and we'll fix it. We'll make it work. And for those of you who are advanced, or who are CPA candidates, that's okay too. I'm going to, offer things like good to know. You don't have to know it for the test or for the exam, but it's good to know, so it's good to know. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. Please, feel free to reach out to me. I, would love to interact. I'd love to get to know. Um, I would love to touch base with all of you, and I enjoy learning a little bit about you as well. So I shared a little bit about me in the last video. So hopefully you'll feel a little bit more comfortable coming to talk to me. So, I would like that. I would like to, see where you're at, what your major is, what your ambitions are. And, I'm really going to try to help you in any way that I can, so you can broaden your knowledge in this class, and, get a better understanding of managerial accounting, because it is a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy taking the class as much as I enjoy teaching the class. So that's about all I have for today. So I'm going to end this video. And so that's just an overview of the class. So have a great night, everybody, and we'll talk soon. Bye.